Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Kishwar Zubair and I'm back with another book versus movie video. And today I'll be comparing John Green's young adult novel Paper Towns with its 2015 released American romantic comedy drama film of the same name. I watched its movie adaptation first and didn't like it much. So I talked about it on my Instagram and somebody said, "Oh, the movies are usually not as good as the books are. You should read the book, maybe it will be better, blah blah blah." So I read this book after a few years and then I rewatched this film, and this book was so not good that I ended up liking the movie this time. But before I get into the details, I want to must warn you for all the spoilers that will come ahead. So if you're okay with it, let's start the video. Boring nerdy rule follower Quentin Jacobson, or Q, is fascinated by her once friend, now stranger next door neighbor Margot Roth Spiegelman, who is completely opposite of him. She's pretty, mysterious, adventurous and crazy. Q is surprised to find Margot climbing through his bedroom window one night. She asks him to help her getting back at all the people who she feels have cheated and hurt her during high school. He agrees and spends the most exciting and adventurous revenge night with her. He expects that things gonna change from then on. He's gonna get another chance to get closer to her and it's gonna be different and great and all. But it turns out that Margot has disappeared again. She has run away from her home multiple times before, but this time she have left obscure clues everywhere. And Q assumes that she have left them so that he can find her. So he and his friends get together and start looking for Margot. I like the story of Paper Towns. It has mystery and friendship and a little bit of romance. And the movie is almost similar to the novel, but I still didn't like this book much. Though it was better than the two novels of John Green that I've read previously, but overall it isn't that great. Why? Keep watching this video to find out. Let's talk about the characters first. Nat Wolff played Quentin Jacobson and I liked his character in the movie more. He was simple, somewhat positive and a little bit more sensible in the movie than he was in the book. In the book, he was a lot more whiny and totally obsessed with Margot, a girl he barely knows. He abandoned almost everything just for the sake of searching this one girl who never showed any interest in him or even talked to him until she needed him. He seemed attracted to her beauty and popularity, which I think is a very shallow form of love, and all of this madness just for the sake of this one girl seems illogical to me. Then there was Margot Roth Spiegelman, and God, this name is mentioned hundreds of times in this book, and I'm not at all exaggerating. She's one of the most annoying characters that I've read in books. She's pretty popular and kind of a legend in her school and mind as well. She keeps running away from her home for no specific reason other than just to get the adrenaline rush. Wikipedia says she had a dysfunctional family, though I didn't find anything in this book that even remotely appears dysfunctional to me. I mean, she had no major issues at her home. John Green tried to justify why she does what she does through an African American detective and a helium balloon example, but I didn't buy it. I don't accept these hullabaloos strong enough reasons for an 18-year-old to run away from her home multiple times. The author also put the blame of her behavior on bad parenting, but I didn't find her parents to be that bad. Maybe he should have given some examples of their brutal behavior. I mean, everything they said or did was after she ran away for the fifth time, leaving clues for them. What did she want? Her parents to quit their jobs and start looking for her? They even tried that, but the clues she used to leave were bogus. She appeared self-centered and an attention seeker to me, and at the end I presumed her to be a total nutcase. I didn't feel anything for her character. Cara Delevingne played Margot Roth Spiegelman in the movie, and though she performed well, there was something about her that I didn't find her perfect to play this character. Maybe because I imagined Margot to be very beautiful, not that Cara is not. It's just that John Green described her very passionately. Everyone was obsessed with her and they left everything just to look for her. So I wanted the person who played this character to be stunning. Anyways, I liked Kara's performance and I hated her character a lot less in the movie than I did in the book. Maybe because I didn't get to see her or hear about her in the movie as much as I did in the book. Then there was Austin Abrams and Justice Smith as Van and Radar, Quentin's friends, and their chemistry was great. I appreciate their friendship and relationship. Again, it was better in the movie. There was also Helston Sage as Lacey Pemberton, Margot's best friend, who later on became Q, Ben and Radar's friend as well. And Jess Sinclair played Angela, Radar's girlfriend, and she had a small character in the book, but in the movie they included her in everything, and I liked Radar and Angela's moments together. There were a few other characters in both the book and the movie, but I don't think I need to talk about each of them separately, and they weren't that important to the story anyways. But yeah, I like the characters in the movie a lot more better developed, likable and sensible, while the bookish characters weren't that great and I really didn't care about any of them. Now let's talk about some other changes that were made in the movie. First of all, the clues that Margot left for Q or whoever were described in too much detail in this book. They just went on and on and on trying to find the clues and understand and decode them, and it goes on for about 100 pages, which is almost half of this book. And I know it's a mystery novel, but it was too elaborated and I was bored. Plus, it was unrealistic. No 18-year-old goes to such lengths to hide and find the clues. But luckily, all of these unnecessary detailings were cut short and the movie was fast moving. Then there was the road trip, which was fun and entertaining in the movie but tiring in the book. It was just a long journey with nothing profound happening, and it was the most boring part of this entire book. Also, Q and his friends didn't miss their graduation to find this Margot in the movie, which they did in the book, and it doesn't make any sense to me. How could anyone miss their graduation ceremony for an almost stranger? But in the movie there was no mention of graduation day or ceremony, just of prom. Q doesn't go to the prom in the book because he's obsessively visiting different places to find more clues or Margot, but thank goodness he does go to the prom in the movie. And these are the things which make this book and its characters so negative, which was luckily improvised in the movie. All of them did lots of things that they've never done or thought about doing before. They skipped school, they went to a party, they took a road trip, they go to prom, and all of this bring them more closer to each other, and towards the end Q starts appreciating his friends more, which doesn't really happen in the novel. And then Q finally finds Margot in kind of a bad condition, living in a decaying barn like a bum, and boy, that entitled bitch reacted so horribly because she didn't want anybody to find her. And then we learned everything that goes in her mind and how she feels and what she thinks in the last 25 pages. I am not at all kidding. I actually counted for 20 freaking 5 pages. John Green rambled all these philosophical knowledge through an 18-year-old Margot, which was beyond my adult understanding. I really don't know how younger audience understood it, but they surely did because it's an Edgar Award winning novel, but it wasn't that powerful for me. I found the book's ending to be anticlimactic. The whole mystery of Margot turned out to be a mess and it was disappointing. But the movie ended a lot better. Q found Margot in a much better condition and she was a lot nicer, friendlier and appreciative towards him. She even apologized to him for howsoever she hurt him and even asked him to stay with her. Also, the movie summarized Margot's mental state in just one line, and that is that she doesn't know who she is and she's trying to figure it out. And it is a lot more believable and understandable as many young adults feel so at a certain point in their life. So yeah, I found the movie's ending to be a lot more clean, compact and thought-provoking. Besides, the movie is fast-paced while the book felt repetitive and slows down after a certain point. The first half was somewhat better, but the second half killed me with boredom. I kept reading it just for the sake of finishing it. So that was all the major differences between this book and its movie adaptation. Some more scenes were added, removed or changed for the film, but nothing relevant. And those changes made it a lot more sensible and believable. It made the overall story better and interesting. So overall, I liked its movie adaptation more than this book, and if you are confused between the two, I suggest you go straight for the film as it did justice to its source material, plus it is 10x better. And that's it. If you have read this book and or seen this movie, do let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more such videos, and I'll see you next time. Till then, take care of yourself. Goodbye.